Hi, this is an open letter to Disney executives. My name is Scott Garibay, and I'm requesting that you pay $25 million to have Guy Ritchie not direct live-action Aladdin. So I'm aware that you have contracted with Guy Ritchie to direct live-action Aladdin. This weekend, I went to see King Arthur 2017 with Charlie Hunnam, and I'm going to confess now that I am a little verklempt from what happened with King Arthur, and the reason why is I do enjoy the King Arthur legend, and I don't think it was treated. And here is my reason why you should pay $25 million to have Guy Ritchie not direct live-action Aladdin. So when you watch King Arthur 2017, this is the product of Guy Ritchie's direction. I couldn't understand it. I could not understand it. I spent the entire movie asking, where is Merlin? Where is Merlin? Where is Merlin? And just desperately trying to understand what was happening in a story that I have heard many times. You know, it's the story of King Arthur. It's like hundreds of years old. It's a classic. And I just could not understand what was happening on the screen. So I think Guy Ritchie assumed that a good script was not necessary, or that if a good script was delivered, it did not need to be preserved. And I think that's just a level of assumption that is very dangerous, especially for one of the most important films that you're going to be bringing to the screen. Second is the assumption that the entire film, Merlin is never presented. You're telling the story of King Arthur without Merlin. And the reason why is Guy Ritchie assumed that he could not fail, and that this was a dyed-in-the-wool franchise. Now, I know Warner Brothers spent $175 million on King Arthur. On opening weekend, it made $14 million domestic, which is incredibly low. Less than 10% of what was spent. It's almost certainly going to be a commercial disaster if it isn't already. And in my opinion, Aladdin is a major film. It's incredibly important. It's one of your best intellectual properties. It's important for people for a lot of reasons that are traditional. Excuse me. And a lot of reasons that are not traditional. Some of the reasons why Aladdin is going to be important to some people is incredibly personal. And for your company, it's almost $1 billion lock, right? Beauty and the Beast is now coming up on number 10 top grossing film of all time, and Aladdin can easily surpass it, okay? Or maybe not easily, but it certainly can surpass it, and it's almost guaranteed to be a lock on $1 billion. So with that said, essentially it's your movie to lose, right? And the way you could lose it is allow Guy Ritchie to remain the director on this film. And the reason I'm asking this is I do care about the Aladdin property, and I also care about Guy Ritchie's career. I think he is a talented director, and that he can find a place. But I think you're going to need a director who does not make assumptions that were this critical. And also, I really feel you're going to need a particular director who has a very open mindset on a number of issues. And having seen Sherlock and having seen King Arthur, I think you are definitely going to be able to find a better director for Aladdin. Why should you pay him $25 million to not do this? Well, you contracted him, and you contracted him in good faith. And King Arthur could have been a magnificent, huge success, but it wasn't. And so now we're on the other side of King Arthur's release, and as much money as $25 million is, Guy Ritchie would get to walk away with $25 million. That you can cry a lot of tears into that pile of money. But for you, $25 million is not going to be that big a deal when you could be saving $1 billion film. So my request is, please pay Guy Ritchie a fair sum to not do this property, and to allow him to move on to a property where his skills are going to fit. And so that is my request. Thank you.